Little Axew is a baby dragon done very well. We're running a model, and sadly it's not better in battle. 87 attack is awesome, of course, but its stats otherwise are really not good, especially for Pokemon you have to use until the late 30s. But having both Dragon Claw and Dragon Dance at level 32 makes all the difference in the world. Really, even if you just get one of those off, and this little guy is a handful. But keyword if. 3 stars in battle prowess. And you can get it really early on for a dragon. Sure, it's after the 5th gym in Unova and its sequel, but before the 2nd gym in Kalos and even before the 4th in Galar, so that just barely rounds it up to 4 stars. At first glance, Axew seems to be a pretty straightforward baby dragon Pokemon, but fun fact, it was designed backwards from Haxorus, and the whole line is based on dinosaurs, like the Heterodontosaurus's protruding teeth and the Saurolophus's head crest. And said teeth or tusks go from little knife or chisel to pickaxe all the way to battle axe. Fairly simple, but a pretty awesome idea for a pure dragon type. 4 stars. And I think the design is well done too. Sure, it's not amazing on its own, but it does a great job showing the strong beginnings of Haxorus while still maintaining that cute little friend aspect of a first stage Pokemon. Again, simple but very good design. 4 stars, which will end up giving Axew the final score of 3.75 stars overall. Fraxure is an absolute double-edged sword, pun intended. We're running a model, and that is especially true in battle, even just by looking at its stats. 117 attack is amazing, but its defenses and speed are okay at best. You can then double down on that risk by using Dragon Dance to set up turn 1, and if you manage to do that safely, you're probably sweeping most battles, save some gym leaders. A tricky 4 stars in battle prowess. But for availability, I don't think that level 38 for Fraxure warrants a penalty. Unlike other Pokemon like Litwick and Tynamo, Axew isn't totally useless at that point in the game. Sure, it's kinda rough, but you don't need to use it for too long anyway, so it'll stay 4 stars. And also, just like Axew and Haxorus actually, they're all inspired by different dinosaurs, most notably the Heterodontosaurus, who is aptly named for its protruding teeth on each side. It's then turned into a dragon Pokemon whose teeth go from little chisel to pickaxe to battle axe. Pretty awesome. 4 stars. But I do think its design is really good, honestly a great middle stage Pokemon. The new darker coloring on the body and armor plating accented by the red markings looks awesome. It looks much stronger than Axew and clearly capable, yet still with much room to grow. But I do think that how perfectly unnaturally straight the tusks look do take a bit away from the design, even though I do see the purpose of them. Still an awesome middle stage Pokemon. 4.5 stars. Sorry to ruin your bingo there, but that gives Fraxure the final score of 4.125 stars overall. If there's one thing that the internet and Pokemon fans can agree on, it's that Haxorus should have been a pseudo-legend. We're running a model, and to be fair, looking at this stat spread, adding 60 base stats anywhere in this spread would be absolutely broken. 147 attack, 90 defense, and 97 speed is already insane, especially considering this monster gets not only Dragon Dance, but also Swords Dance by level up, and plenty of great offensive moves to take advantage and just destroy anything in its path. This is a very easy 5 stars in battle prowess. And I could see the argument for its level 48 evolution warranting a penalty, but I don't think that's really necessary here. Fraxure is great on its own. Sure, it's not amazing by level 48, but it's not like it's anywhere near useless or needing to be dragged there. Also, 48 is totally reasonable for a dragon of this stature, so it'll stay 4 stars. But I do think that conceptually, Haxorus has a tiny leg up on its pre-evolutions. They're all based on dinosaurs and take the protruding teeth or tusks from the Heterodontosaurus. But the way that Haxorus battles by swinging its battle axe-like head around violently instead of biting is not only awesome, but is also something that is a very real tactic even in modern animals. Fun fact, it was also one of the first designed Pokemon for Unova, but I also really like the growth from Axew's not that strong but quickly regrowing tusks to Fraxure's very strong, sharp, and well-maintained tusks that, if broken, do not grow back, to Haxorus, whose incredibly destructive tusks stay sharp even if used to cut steel beams. I don't know if that's quite 5 stars in concept, but it's at least 4.5. Its design, though, is one of the most widely loved Unova Pokemon, as shown here by the overwhelming 5-star votes, and I get it, to an extent. This is one of the very rare occurrences where 3D was a very clear and sizable upgrade. It looks like an intimidating, strong armored dragon with a battle axe head and a big, powerful tail. But in the normally goated Gen 5 sprites, it kinda looks goofy. The neck looks long and skinny, more like the giraffe side of the concept than a scary dino, and the tail looks puny, and in general, it looks kind of hunched over and unimpressive. I love Haxorus. It's an awesome Pokemon, but I don't think that I can give it a 5-star design. 4.5 stars in design, which still gives Haxorus an awesome 4.5 stars overall and a spot on the Unova top 5.